Good morning everyone. Carolyn Lasker, Principal of Armidale Secondary College. I just thought I'd take a couple of moments to share with our community some information regarding the phased return to school. You would have heard in the media a lot of information about a phased return to school, and there's probably some questions out there about what that actually means and what the phased approach is about. You would have heard that the phased approach involves students returning to school on a staggered basis, and that commences with phase 1. Phase 1 commences on the 11th of May, that is week 3 of our school term, and that involves 25% of students returning to their home schools. The idea behind this phased return to school is that it gives students the opportunity to re-engage with their school, with their peers, with their teachers. We're hearing feedback from a lot of families that this is something that's very important to young people within the community, and that is the basis on which the phase 1 plan has been put in place. What it isn't, it's not a phased return in terms of face-to-face direct instruction. That is teaching with their normal classroom teachers. The emphasis is still around the 1 unit of work, so the units of work that will be completed at home will be mimicked here at school. So students won't be experiencing necessarily their classroom teachers day in, day out, and they won't be following their regular timetable. They will be following their modified timetable as we have published and in conjunction with the information sheet that will be emailed to you. At Armidale Secondary College, we've spent a little bit of time over the past week implementing a plan that we hope will work for our students. It's not without, it's a complex plan, but we hope that you will find it easy enough to follow. We've divided the school into house groups, and our reasoning for this is to keep families together where possible. So house groups are divided alphabetically, so that will keep families together, and we hope that makes it simpler for families to return their students around this phase 1 plan. So Monday we'll see students in year 7 to 10 from Bradman return, Tuesday Fraser, Wednesday Freeman, and Thursday Rose. We've obviously put some special consideration into our senior students. We are very concerned about the learning continuity for our Year 12 students in particular, and Year 12 will have planned curriculum Monday through Thursday, which will leave Friday for Year 12 students who are in the midst of planning major works to come into school and access specialist areas and also specialist teachers to support them. Year 11 will have access to the school and their teachers on Thursday and Friday. We've been able to put this plan together keeping in mind social distancing that still applies within Department of Education schools. Despite what we're hearing from various platforms, we are still being asked by the Department of Education to minimise numbers within classrooms to 10 students or 15 in a large space like the gymnasium or the senior study. This requires obviously much more supervision. So a class of 30 that would previously have had just the 1 teacher, we now need to find 3 staff to supervise those students. So this is going to mean that we will have to have greater numbers of staff also return to school, but we also need to be mindful that there are still many staff members who are placed in a high risk category and won't be able to return to school and will continue to work from home. We understand that this is also the case for many of our young people who have compromised health conditions or whose families fall into this category, and they will be staying at home as well. We appreciate people in those circumstances, and we equally appreciate parents who need to send their students every day owing to their own special circumstances. We would ask though that parents, where possible, adhere to the days that are advised. This will make planning for Armidale Secondary College much easier and ensure that we are adhering to that 25% ratio on any given day of the week. I hope that you find that the plan is simple enough for you to follow, but of course we're here to answer any questions that you might have in relation to this new plan. We've also just included a small survey at the end of an email that you will receive, and that just asks you to state your intentions around the phase 1 return to school. There are some short answers there for you to fill in. That will also give us a lot more material to make sure that our planning is really in place and supporting the learners at Armidale Secondary College. Once again, I want to really sincerely thank all of our school community for being so patient and so flexible in these very uncertain times. We appreciate that it's not been an easy time for anybody, for our families, and specifically for our students. We know that you all want to be back at school, interacting with your friends and teachers. We all want to be in that same position also. We're here for you guys. We hope Phase 1 works really well. And again, we thank you in advance for working with us in terms of this of the implementation of this new phase in education. Thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you all soon.